Hello, 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 everybody. It is your baby boomer Kitty Lane from the Peninsula in Virginia, back with another Create and Relate. I ask that you please bear with me today. I'm going to leave that there. First of all, welcome. Welcome to Think About It Thursday. Here at Come On in the Room. I can't tell you that my choice of drink today is not my typical. I am drinking Great Value Espresso. That's right, espresso. I'm drinking espresso for a few reasons. We'll lead right into the health update. I had told you all that I had an ingrown toenail, and we're supposed to be getting it looked at. It's taking over my life. It's very painful. It's painful to the point that it hurts to put pressure on my foot or anything now, but that's neither here nor there. It'll get handled when it gets handled. Secondly of all, I am still waiting for word from, no, we're doing health. Uh, I have to go to the doctor tomorrow. It's not a scheduled appointment. It will be a walk in because my device moves. It's not supposed to move. The area is protruding a little more. Um, it doesn't hurt, but it's extremely uncomfortable and it's driving me deeper inward. I'm already being fussed at for not getting out as much as I need to. And this thing sticking out of my chest, I don't feel too comfortable about going out. Not that I'm afraid anybody will hit it or anything. It's just that when I look in the mirror, I see growth, and it's a lot for me to sit here today, y'all. It really is. It's a lot, but I'm sticking it out. Recent passings. I don't know how many of you know Malcolm Jamal Warner, but um, yes, he's a celebrity. Chances that I would ever meet him are probably nil to none, especially now. Um, but they say everybody has a twin somewhere. My son looks very much like Malcolm Jamal Warner. And I mean, to the point that they could be twins. So imagine seeing that face pop up on TV, on your phone, and then seeing RIP, and you live 1,200 miles away from your son. It hit in a place that I wasn't expecting it to hit. I mean, nobody ever knows how grief is going to hit you. And it's weird to me to grieve over a celebrity. I mean, don't get me wrong, I cried when it was Michael Jackson's time and Prince and Carrie Underwood. And her mom, Debbie Reynolds, and George Michaels. I mean, there were a few because being an empath, I'm very sensitive. But this one hit in a space that I was not prepared. And it really, really took me back. So, uh, y'all, I haven't eaten since day before yesterday. Not on purpose. I don't have an appetite. Um, which leads me into the weight. It's okay. I'm less than I was at the beginning of the week. I'm down to 330.2. And it's probably less than that because this dress is really heavy. What we generally do is take off 2 pounds with the dress. It is really, really a heavy dress. I know it does, the 2 pounds doesn't sound like a lot, but when you take this off and put it on the scale, it's like 2.2 pounds for the dress alone. So if I take that off, then I'm 328, which would be a concern. So I stuck with the 330. I wrote 330.2 on the calendar because that's what it is. Okay, as far as the ASL concerned, I did reach out. I did not say his name before. If you follow him on Instagram, he goes under King Ron. I had reached out to Shaheen as well. I didn't hear anything back from Shaheen. I haven't heard back from King Ron since we last talked. I'm hoping to hear back from him. He said by the end of the week. So I'm giving it tomorrow and Saturday as well. If not, we'll just continue the way we've been going. But because I've been waiting for him, I haven't really done any studying since Tuesday. I did not bring my notebook in here with me, but I can go over those fruits that I remember, fruits and vegetables that I remember. I remember strawberry. I remember blackberry. I remember blueberry. I remember berries, cherries, banana, apple, peaches, um, pear, artichoke, avocado, spinach, orange. Hmm. What else? Uh, I know broccoli, cauliflower. Um, oh, I don't know if I did this one with you, and that's tomatoes. But broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, raspberries, all of those you spell out, corn and carrot. Okay, so that was that. No, I will go back over those again. Like I said, I did not bring my notebook. What I really wanted to show you today is, and I still forgot to bring it over here, the washcloths. I am I'm still working on the hats. I have not picked them back up. So they're still in the case. Um, like I said, I was not going to work on those until I do my 24-hour, and that's going to go back and forth between the two totes, um, so I can work those down. But what I have done, this is just one strip of a mile a minute that I've started. This one is actually crisscross. It's a row of crisscross in double crochet and a row of single crochet back and forth. That is 5 feet long. I've started on a second one. There it is. This one is in the colorway of pink and of course black. And this is Just Yarn, Premier Just Yarn from Dollar Tree. This one is classic blue, and they didn't call it peach, but the color is peach. I think they call it cream, if I'm not mistaken, but it's peach. So blue and peach. And I am just making several 5 foot long strips of mile minutes. And when it comes time, I will take these colors and I will put them together and I will make blankets. I don't plan to start that part of it until late in December. I have a project that I want to do, just me, and it involves making 119 blankets. I know that I will not get those done by December. Um, Staffing has made it really hard to appreciate staying where we're staying. So we really want to leave. They've made it very uncomfortable with the sneers, the rolling of the eyes, the talking to us reckless. And if we had the police calling us a lot, if we couldn't get along with our neighbors, if we were disgruntled to them, if we didn't pay our rent, um, I can understand it. But I am a very happy-go-lucky person, and I try to greet people in that way. They say you give the energy you want to receive, so I always try to give good and positive energy. That's not what we're receiving. My daughter's more quiet. She's a bit of a firecracker, but like I was when I was younger. And she she's one of those, if I don't bother you, please don't bother me. Well, we had an instance where she was yelled at by one of their staff members because she was trying to get his attention. And as mother, I asked about it, which I heard the entire thing. And I asked about it, and he said that he did not yell at her, which he did. And he used profanity, and he told her to do something that we were told in the very beginning not to do. We have 10-foot ceilings. My daughter's 5'9". She's the tallest one here. We don't have ladders. We have a step stool, a two-step stool, and she still can't reach the ceiling from that. Our maintenance man is close to 7 feet tall, and on a step stool, no problem for him. But when we first moved in, two of our lights in the kitchen, one was out and one was blinking. The fluorescent light was blinking, and we have hanging lights over our bar or counter. And we were told that when we needed our light bulbs changed, to call the rental office, put a ticket in, because the hanging lights were easy to unscrew. And then, of course, we would be charged for a light fixture. And of course, the fluorescent lights they have. Our bathrooms, the same thing, fluorescent light, 10-foot light. The only bulbs we needed to change were like if we had a lamp, because our bedroom lights are operated by the switch, so we have lamps. Those are the bulbs that we're responsible for, per being told by them, per them. And yet and still, we put in a request to get a refrigerator bulb done over a month ago. When the young man came on Friday, he looked in there, told us what we needed to do for him to get to it, clear 2 shelves, move our spice rack. We did that the same day. We were told it would be done on Monday. It's Thursday. No knock on the door, no email, no nothing. No reaching out in any kind of way. And it's more than a little disheartening. And I think it it hits me a little more right now because of everything I'm going through. Having weird dreams. Like I got up super early this morning, so I took like a 20-minute nap. And I dreamed that I was in church and I got up to go to the restroom and I passed out. And it was not your typical, it wasn't blacking out. I literally went down and my heart was like racing really fast. And I kept putting my hand up to my heart and trying to reach out to people. And the good old church folks just kept stepping over me and kept, keeping it moving. And the delivery man from Pepsi came and he saw me and he came over and squatted down and asked if I was okay. Just about that time, one of the ushers came out and said, "Yes, she's just drunk." And I'm like, "I don't drink." And he looked up at her and said, "She doesn't drink." And she was like, "Look at her, sprawled all out in the floor, and all kinds of negative things." And um, in the dream, I felt hopeless. I felt abandoned. I felt like the one place that I should be able to go outside of a hospital where I felt safe no longer provided safety for me. And then all of a sudden, I started being pulled away from the 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 doors of the actual church. It's like I was being pulled, but there was no one there. It was just nothing pulling me down this hallway. And it took me back to like the kitchen area. And there was a lady that was sitting there, and I asked her if I could please use her phone. I don't want to ask anybody to do anything for me. I said, "Could I please use your phone to call my daughter and 911?" And she just kind of looked like she heard me, but. And then there was a gentleman in a rust colored suit, and I asked him, "Sir, if I give you a number, could you please call that number? It's my daughter. And could you please call me help? I want my daughter to meet me at the hospital." And he said, "Sure, no problem." He called my daughter. Meanwhile, he's picking me up. He's got me in the car and he's telling 911, "I'm headed to the hospital with her now. If I can get somebody to meet me on the way because it's at least 15 minutes away, then I'll turn her over to you, but she needs help now." And I was like, wow, a complete stranger. I never could see his face. I just saw his rust colored suit. Really nice suit, too. But yeah, yeah. So that was my dream. Also, going back to the crocheting now, I don't know if I left anything out. I'm sorry. I have not added the other sleeve yet or the trim to the sleeve yet, but I did add two more rows. I got two more rows added down at the bottom, and I'm on row 3. Um, yeah, but that's where we are. Like I said, it's right at the hips, and I'm going to keep going the way I'm going. I'm very satisfied with it. I like it a lot. I'm just going to change the trimming to the sleeve when I get over on this side. I'm going to try and see what I have, and then I'm going to move on from there. Okay, well, I will go over the ASL fruits and vegetables again. They're not going to be in any kind of order, as I don't have my notebook. But before we do, we're going to mark off our days. We're going to mark off yesterday and today. And please remember that I go live again on Saturday. I would like to thank each and every one of my subscribers. I'm sorry today is kind of a downing day, but we're here. And that's the biggest thing to be grateful for. Um, so, X finger in the cheek, apple, apple, banana. You're peeling the banana. Non-dominant hand pointer, dominant hand peels the banana. Banana. Pinky out. Picking off the pinky is cherries. Cherries. Pointer out. Picking off the pointer is berries. Berries. You can do black berries, blue berries, or just berries. Okay? If you want to do strawberries, strawberries. It's like biting the strawberry off that little green tip. Strawberries. Okay? With the C hand brushing slightly against the cheek is a peach. Peach. Remember how we described the artichoke? All the little bristles? Artichoke. Artichoke. Okay? We take that same one of those hands and bring it up smaller. It's a pear. You're shaping the pear. Okay. Cupped hand, digging out that pit. Avocado. Avocado. C hand, squeezing on the way from out back into you. Carrot. Think of Bugs Bunny eating a carrot. Chomp, 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 chomp. Another chomper. Pointer of the dominant hand. That's corn. It's like eating an ear of corn. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Ooh, I am so sorry about that. Okay. Fist of the non-dominant hand, picking off the top. Grapes. Grapes. If you pull from the sky, it's raisins. Raisins. Okay. My favorite leafy vegetable, spinach. Got a little something going on there. Ooh. I am so sorry. But spinach. Trying to think. Non-dominant fist. Chop, 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 chop. Tomato. Tomato. Oh, I know what I forgot. The L. Lemon. lemon. And you can either LIME for lime or green lemon for lime. Green lemon lime. Okay? What did I forget? I feel like I forgot so much. I told you strawberries. We did the berries and the cherries and the grapes and the raisins, the apples and the oranges and the lemons and the limes, artichokes and avocados and spinach, tomatoes. And I'm going to go do some more studying. I am so sorry, y'all. Please forgive me. But I know there's something I'm missing, but I can't remember. But I'm not going to wreck my brain. I'm going to get back out here and get into some crocheting and see if I can catch these people while they're in our building, get them to come on in the apartment and do what they have to do. And I beg of thee, please, please, please share my video. Please watch it all the way through. If you are subscribed, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you know others who will benefit from these ASL lessons, especially, please put it out there. And if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Always make sure you get that notification bell that has the dimples so that you always know when I'm dropping fresh new content. And like I always tell you, please, when you go out today, be bold, be brave, be beautiful, behave. Remember, Kitty Lane told you. Remember, Kitty Lane loves you. I do apologize for the short session today. Some days are like that. But I love you regardless. And until we see each other on these YouTube streets again, peace out, everybody.